So let's take a look at our first riff, and the first riff that we're going to be playing is called the intro riff. Yes, that's because it is going to be the introduction to our Texas blues style piece that you will learn at the end of this guide. But saying that, our intro riff will appear at different points throughout the rhythm performance, because we are going to use it as a breakdown section to kind of bookend the riffs, as well as giving the piece a little bit more of a song-like structure. Now, this example borrows concepts from Stevie Ray Vaughan. Probably the most famous example that our riff is borrowing ideas from is Pride and Joy, but this type of riff that uses these concepts appears in many of his tracks. So if you really want to start nailing a Texas blues style, this riff is going to be really essential in you achieving that sound. Okay, so what we're going to be doing here is we are playing the 5th fret of the B, which is an E note, and we're playing it at the same time as we play the open top E. So you have a unison there. Both of those notes are the same note at the same pitch. And you're going to play that 5 times with 5 downstrokes. Now, all of our riffs feature a swung rhythm. You're going to offset the second pick stroke of each pair. So instead of 1 and 2 and, you're going to play the second pick stroke of each pair slightly later. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. This type of rhythm is referred to as a swing shuffle or a broken triplet rhythm. Okay, so you're going to play this figure 5 times. Okay, then put your palm down to cut off the 2 notes. You don't want them ringing, and we're going to move up and put our first finger on the 7th fret of the top E and play the 8th fret of the B, and you're going to do the same thing. Now, on the final strike, as you hold those 2 notes together, you're just going to bend the B string ever so slightly, adding a quarter tone bend to it. It's got a really bluesy sound about it. And then you'll put the palm down to cut the notes off. Okay, following on from the previous figure, we're now going to descend on the B string, and you're going to play 2 strikes on each position that you play. And so you'll play the 5th fret of the B with the open E, down to the 3rd fret, again playing the open top E, down to the 2nd fret, 1st fret, open top 2 strings, and then we walk up chromatically, open 1st and 2nd on the A string. Okay, so now I'm going to play our intro riff with the click. So why is this riff important when achieving a Texas blues sound? Well, this riff very much has its feet firmly planted in the playing style of Stevie Ray Vaughan, albeit that I have very much simplified this concept. When Stevie plays it, he'll play a lot of slides and play it with a little bit more flair and a few other techniques going on underneath. We've just really kind of stripped it back into its most basic form. And when you're playing this, it's very important for you to observe the shuffle. That shuffle is so important when playing Texas blues. It's just that lazy feel, but at the same time as being lazy, it's also very tight. It's very in the pocket when playing along with a drummer and a bass player. You've really got to listen to the pulse and really internalize that with your internal metronome. It's a very important sound when trying to achieve a Texas blues rhythm style. Okay, so now it's your turn to practice our intro riff.